The following program is for entertainment and educational purposes. Anything taken out of context is your own fault. The following program is not sponsored. The following host does not sound like this in real life.
I was making racks. I was counting stacks. Every day I would try to figure out how it would last. I was always think about your whole damn past. Wondering she think about that same nigga that would make it crash. You a goof. I was in this whole booth. Never.
And welcome, guys, to another You Know What of this show. We are almost done with the season, y'all. Thank God you came. I'm glad you were here, and I'm glad that you made it. You guys are really well. Never mind. I ain't even gonna waste my time explaining that. We gonna cut right into it. Once again, I have content that's on its way, content that will be here at some point in time, and some content that'll be here whenever it gets here. But don't worry, y'all. It's going to warm up just a little bit. We are in the month of March. That means we got 3 more episodes, I think, left of this season, and then on to the next. So you guys are continuing to stick in there. Hopefully this episode today, we don't have a lot of technical difficulties or any technical difficulties now, just for the sake of, because it was annoying last time. And I don't want to deal with it again. So it seems like everything was working right. I had tests and everything like that. I'm trying to bring this a little closer, but yeah. So again, thank you for understanding, sticking with me. The views, I see them. I see the views. You see me. I see you. Same way we see each other. So which is great. So anyway, this topic today is gonna be a little bit I came up with this topic, and this topic is just gonna kind of go on, just for the sake of, because it is, because this is something I say a lot, and I realize it means more than what I mean for it to be. So, this episode is titled, if you can't see, most of you don't read, just kind of click and be like, oh yeah, he got a new video or whatever. This episode is titled, I Don't Want to Be That Person. And this is going to be a little, I want to say a more serious type of episode today, just for the sake of, because I really don't want to be that person. When I say I don't want to be that person, right? I want you to know that words hurt. It's different for everybody. It's different for different people. It's different. Everybody takes things a little bit different. Everybody deals with situations a little bit different. Like what hurts you, let's just take, hold on. What hurts you might not hurt me. What hurt me might not hurt you. How I see something or someone or the world from a whole nother perspective, you might not see it from my perspective. And that's okay. I'm not here to judge you or anything like that. I mean, that's just that's just how you think. And that's okay. I'm not the one I don't want to judge you because you think that way. I would like for you to try to see things so that you can understand me a little bit more. But, I'm not everybody. So I'm not that type of person. But, however, though, when I say I don't want to be that person, what I mean by I don't want to be that person, and the reason I'm going straight into it, because you guys have short attention span, which I say that, but then these episodes keep going on and on. But words hurt. Such as, take this for example. Some of you, well, no, I'm not really, I don't want to use that. I mean, I do, but I don't mind. Like, take for example, this is just hypothetical, okay? What I'm saying is hypothetical. This is not directed towards anybody, and this isn't to hurt anybody either, okay? I'm just saying it just to say it, okay? Let's say that you weren't an only child, right? Or not an only child. And you have both parents in your homes. Or no, you have one parent in your home, right? One parent in your home, and then I might have 2 parents in my home. And then all of a sudden, something happens or whatever. Now I have 1 parent. But you try to justify your behavior because of you didn't have a certain parent in your household. I'm not going to see that from your perspective. I'm not going to understand it. I'm not going to when I say that, I mean it like this. I don't like, how do I put it? How should I put it? More so like this. If you go off and you, let's just say that you raised in the suburbs, you go and commit a crime, and you in the jailhouse just crying, my dad wasn't in my life, and blah, 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 etc. I'm going to look at you kind of weird. I mean, I just am, because I'm going to be like, what are you crying for? Like, what's that? Like, what? That doesn't affect, however though, what affects you might not affect me in that type of way, versus if the roles were reversed, I personally wouldn't care. Because I don't know, just the way my mindset, now look, everybody's mindset is also different too, but the way my mindset is I'm not gonna let certain people, mishaps, situations bring me down for what I'm going for or going to continue on to be. Like, it's not gonna justify anything. Anything from my past doesn't justify much of what I do, much of how I am, much of like how I live my life. Like, you know, I've gone through things, and if it does, it would be love. Like, I have stronger, my heart isn't as hardened because I've been hurt by whatever or whatever. You know, I walk around all dilly-dally and la-la-la and happy-go-lucky or whatever, goofy, you know, because I don't want to, why would I be sad? Why would I walk, well, I could walk around all sad, I really could, it bothers other people than it does me. But, why would I be sad? Why would I walk around mad? Why would I wake up angry? The day hasn't even started yet. I typically don't care for people who wake up angry. Like, what is your point of waking up that mad? My coworker asked me not too long ago, she said, do you drink coffee in the morning? I'm like, no, why? She was like, good thing you don't. I said, why? Is that a bad thing? Because, in a nutshell, I have a lot of energy. I wake up with a lot of energy. So, there are certain things, I told her this. My, like, energy just comes from, I look for little things to look forward to today, like in the day. Such as, if I don't have anything to look forward to, I look forward to coming home, go to sleep in my bed. I'm tired. I look forward to a nap. I might look forward to whatever. I get to see somebody today. I might get to see somebody next weekend. And it's like, okay, I'm going to work to go make this money for whatever weekend I have or whatever. You know, things like that. However, though, going back, moving forward, when I say I don't want to be that person, is I don't want to be that person because I said something or did something to you, and then it causes you to go off in some mental, you know, like you hurt by it, and you go into some depression, or you about to go kill yourself, or whatever. I don't want to be that person at all. Words can hurt people. Have I said things? Now look, mind y'all too. Present day, I'm not who I was when I was 25, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's say that. I'm not that person. That was, you know, those are all different time spans, and you know, you live and you change. Yes, I'm in my 20s. I'm not in my 30s and 40s yet. 50s and 60s. I'm not there yet. However, 70s, I'm not there yet. I can be, and I pray to God I will be. Definitely pray to God I will be, because, you know, life, we change in life. We change or whatever. So, what I might have said or called somebody in 2019, I wouldn't say that now. I wouldn't do that now to anybody. I wouldn't do that. But I don't want to be that person, because look, let alone I don't want to guide nobody in the wrong direction. When I'm in the show too, I don't want to be that dude that just guides you in the wrong direction and you're the wrong person or anything like that, where I'm just like, I hurt you, and it hurts you that I hurt you. Don't let me, if I said something to you, even if, especially more so now, I don't mean it now, but if I said something to you or I said something that you didn't like, or I did something that you didn't like, tell me. And it offended you, even if it's on this show, tell me. Don't let me keep walking around, because now look, I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna know, most likely, if you don't tell me. Like, you need to tell me that so I can apologize, take my accountability. You know that big word that nobody really likes to take or give account for or anything like that? That word. Let me take accountability for the things I said, things I've done to you, if I offended you. Like, let's say that you're a girl, right? And I said you're cute, but you don't like it when I call you cute for whatever dumb reason. You didn't like it, or where it was I called you cute. Well, tell me that. I want you to tell me that in advance. I want you to tell me that you didn't like it, and don't let me live the rest of my days or the next week because go lucky, and I'm doing the same thing because I hurt you. So I don't want to hurt the next person. That might hurt the next person, even though everybody has different personalities and things, and people don't take things the way they do. But don't let me be that person. Don't let me be that dude that said something to you and you didn't like it. Like, look, if you come to me now and you wearing a bright yellow shirt, orange pants, and tacky red shoes, right? And I said, man, you look colorful. And you find the word colorful different than what I meant it by, tell me that. Tell me that you didn't like the fact I called you colorful. And then I'll be like, bro, I didn't mean it by that, but if you're offended, I'm sorry. Male, female, whatever you are, tell me that. If I said something to you way back when and you didn't like it, I want you to tell me that so I can give account. So I can give accountability. Because listen, y'all, I'm going to be honest. I'm with you. You see what's going on in the world? And you see how people get hurt and people end up, everybody's going through something. And what I don't want is I don't want to walk around with, I said something to you and I forgot I said it at that. But you was offended by it and then you treat me different because of whatever I did. Tell me that. I'll say I'm sorry, even if it was a joke. Like if it was a joke and you didn't like the joke, usually I don't apologize for a joke, but as of now, I kind of do, just for the sake of, because listen, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. The things I do now, the way I kind of live my life and kind of progress, and no, I'm not perfect. I want y'all to know that. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. That's not what I mean by that. What I mean by that is I don't want to, look, I kind of overthink a lot. So when it comes to being a Christian and certain things that you're not supposed to do or say, I need to stop overthinking. Like, I need the Lord to like, give me clarity, give me peace of mind. I'm working on that. Dude, like I said, I'm not perfect and none of us are perfect, but I'm just saying, because look, like I said, I think long term, okay? I really don't think short term much, but I don't want to be that person in a nutshell. I don't want, let's just say tomorrow I go into a coma and y'all don't know if I'm going to wake up or not. And God tell me, like, you think about it. God tells me you can go back, he tells me I can go back, but he says he wants to show me something. And he go to his big flat screen TV, which is amazing. It's like a 102-inch TV screen, right? And he's showing me things I did or said to somebody. And then to present day, they're still offended by it. That's not going to make me feel good. I'm going to be like, God, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Because anything I do or say, y'all, you would know if I'm trying to hurt you. Okay? I just want you to know that. You would know if I'm trying to hurt you. You can hear it in my voice. If you know me as a me, and look, things I say, if I say know me as a me, also, I want you to put yourself in these situations too, and scenarios. Like, I'm using me because ain't nobody else here except for me, but use these scenarios too. Like, use them place yourself in them. Realize that you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But just put yourself in there. Anyway, but just say that you're me, okay? Anytime I tell these stories, just imagine that you're me. And then you'll see it. You'll try to see it from a different perspective. But let's just say I'm in a coma, right? And God says you can go back, but I'm going to show you some things, because when you go back, I don't want you to make the same mistakes. I don't want you to go back because I might be his chosen one. I might be his anointed one. I might be the one that can bring people to him or make somebody feel good. You know, I'm that type person. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. Hold on. I'll come back to that. Anyway, he showed me all these things because you might be offended. My mom or daddy or sister, brother, somebody might be offended by something I say. Me, you're 3 years old and I said something, done something to you, and I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, God, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I don't say things to hurt people. God would tell me, watch my words. Watch your words. Watch what you do. I see and know all. That's what he would tell me. And that's also something I know, so he really didn't have to tell me. But nevertheless, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to look back and then I realize, oh man, I really hurt him by that. I said that, Lord. Because now, more so now since Granny died, I kind of feel bad if I said something bad to you. If I said something that you didn't like. Like, if I do that, tell me. Tell me that so I can fix it. Let me fix it with you. Give me a chance to fix it with you. I'm going to bring race into this because typically, race kind of, look, this show is not Waddy Springer. It's not Dr. Waddy. It's not the Waddy Winfrey show or anything like that. I just more positive, okay? Typically, when and mind you, like I said, I'm going to put race into this because by the time this airs, it'll be March and Black History Month will be over, but then people will say the same thing. Black History Month should be every month and blah, 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 etc., whatever, okay. Anyway, what I mean by that is black men, black men typically, on average, tend to be a little more, they're supposed to like have hard, look, this is just my periphery or my vision, what I see from people I know. Black men typically present themselves as stronger. Yeah, I say things that's tougher because I want you to back off. Yeah, we had racism and everything back then, and we still have it now. So, typically I understand why they gotta be more into that. They can be more, yeah, I'm me, blah, blah, blah. They had prideful. They think really, 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 really high-minded. But typically that's how they are. They gotta present themselves in certain ways, which is how you end up with thugs, because they gotta present themselves in a certain way. Or you end up with black dudes that's 10 feet tall and buff and this big and this wide, who typically tend to be that are kind of intimidating or kind of big. You think about it. Somebody that big walk up on me and I'm over here trying to cross the street and everything like that, just minding my business, and he want my wallet, I'm gonna give it to him. Look at that. His fist is this big. He is the Hulk. He's just black. Like, look, that don't make me soft or anything like that, but typically, that's how black men typically kind of, present themselves. Some of them end up really nice or whatever. Some of us, like us, they present themselves church going, or they're nice, or they're humble, they speak sweet words, maybe they're girl dads, or now they're softer or anything like that. But, you don't see a lot of that just for the sake of, sometimes they hide it, sometimes they don't want to present that because what somebody thinks. But also some of them, you say that and then all of a sudden, oh, you gay for that. You gay for being for being positive and happy-go-lucky. Black men ain't supposed to be this way and blah 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 blah, etc. No, you don't have to be this way. I'm not gonna be this way. Because why would I walk around scaring people off? I don't want to scare nobody off. I don't want to be that person to scare nobody off. Like, no. Because typically you can feel alone in this world, You can really feel alone in this world, and then it just be like, what am I doing? Like, no, it's nice to have people. I understand being by yourself. I definitely do, because there's nothing more peaceful than being in your own world and you don't care what nobody else thinks. This is your world and nobody else's world, right? You can be that type of person. However, though, it's always good. Have somebody, though. Have somebody that you can trust. And to anybody, if I'm that person for you, if I'm that person, that friend that you feel like you can trust and come to always and blah, 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 and I'm going to give you worded advices and help you or whatever, and you go on to do something more positive because I think about you. And most likely, if you come to me, definitely, I'm going to pray for you, too. Like, you'll be on my mind. Most of you that probably don't even watch this show, typically are on my mind quite a lot. There are several people I think about every day, whether I talk to them anymore or not. There are people I think about every day because at one point I probably saw you as a close friend. Probably now I see you as somebody special. I'm sorry. At one point I saw you as somebody special. You still are. And then there's people I talk to, people I don't talk to every day, people I think the world of. Nevertheless, I'm a Waddy of love. And if that makes me soft, well, doggone it, it's gonna make you look. It's just gonna be soft to you then, because I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the reason somebody went off and jumped off a bridge. Somebody went and pointed a gun at their head and tried to kill themselves. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that when they look in the mirror, they body shame themselves. Or like, understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to be that person who has said something to you and you live the rest of your life by, I said something. Meanwhile, I'm over there living happy-go-lucky, la 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 la, and everything seems to be going well. Like I said last week, if I'm ugly to somebody, then I get ugly. You give what you receive what you give. You reap what you sow. If you present ugly, you're gonna get ugly. If you present nice and sweet, good people suffer always. I never understand that, but good people suffer the most. Nevertheless, though, good gets back in return, and it all comes in a time doing. Like I said, when the time is right, it will come. But I don't want to be that person that causes you to check yourself into therapy, mental institution, prison, or suicide, or having thoughts of suicide. You see where I'm coming from? Like, I really don't want to be that person. I don't want to be responsible for that. I'm going to tell y'all something that I don't share a lot. And I don't share it, but I pray and I receive repentance and everything like that. And sometimes, the Bible says death and life is in the power of the tongue. Most people say life and death, but it's not that. Because you know why? And my home church pastor spoke this too. He said the Bible said, no, he says, you know how it says life and death is in the power of the tongue. And everybody was going, yeah. I remember this, but by the way, I pay attention to words in church. You say something to me, I'm gonna remember it, okay? I'm always down. Now, I'm listening to what you're saying. It'll process eventually in this big head of mine. But he said, no, it says death and life is in the power of the tongue. Because why? We as people, you and me, and I'm saying me and you might not be that person. I know I'm not that person. But we're quick to speak something negative. I'm not going to say death. We're quick to speak something negative, but faster than we are to speak life unto somebody, which is really sad, especially us as colors. We're quick to do that. We are quick to do, and that's not right. That's why the Bible says death and life, because you speak negative before you speak positive. You will speak that, and typically just because it's a what they call it. It's a intuit, whatever it is you call it. Y'all know the word I'm trying to think of, and eventually it'll come to me. But like I said, no, I really don't want to be a person. As I said now, how I don't share this with everybody. And I want y'all to know that when I tell y'all this, I am not that person who I was then. Okay? God has a way of humbling people, and I'm typically a humble person. But I'm not perfect. Humble people get mad. I'm human. God knows I'm human. You should know I'm human. You're human too. I'm not gonna look at you different because you're a nice person. You get pissed off at a girl or a man, and you start to punch them and everything like that. Like, oh my gosh, that sweet girl end up fighting somebody, or bruh, that man who wants to be an astronaut or a basketball player or an oceanologist ended up hitting that girl. I'm not gonna look at you that type different. I'm not gonna look at you like, dog, you're an abuser. People make mistakes. Stop holding them mistakes when somebody's trying to change for the better. Don't hold no mistake over somebody's head when they're trying to change. That person was then. They might have done it to you, but they learned their lesson. Like, they're not gonna do it again. They learned their lesson. They understand that. Stop holding it over their head, because you're just gonna help that. You're gonna help their mental be even more messed up than it was. When they're trying to heal and understand what they did was wrong or anything like that, they're gonna get it. They're trying to progress. You holding that mistake over their head, the fact that they did it or done it or used to be, you people kill me with that. You people kill me with the used to be's or whatever. They used to do this. Mind you, that's past tense. They used to be that person. They used to be a drug addict, a drunk, a thug, a robber, a banker, a stripper, whatever. They used to be that. People can change. People have moments in their lives where they change. That's not your place to judge them, because that, you know, the used to be's. Maybe they didn't allow you to know the person they are now because you stuck in the used to be, and you was probably, while they was trying to progress, you're still stuck on the used to be, so they left you in the used to be past. They left you there. That's why you can sit there and say they used to be this. When me and him used to hang out, when me and her used to hang out, she blah 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 blah. Maybe they changed. Maybe they treated you. I'm sure they probably treated you wrong, or you treated them wrong, however it is you want to put it. That's the used to be. Leave the used to be in the past. Leave the past in the past. Leave it. It happened. Let it be. That's old them. Take 2 pictures, for example. Take a picture from when I was 4 and take a picture now of me at 27. That's not the same person. There are different key elements and things in life. That key elements and key, things that kind of dwell in your personality, that make your personality, that make you special and who you are. That 4-year-old Waddell and this 27-year-old Waddell is not the same person. The 4-year-old had a different mindset. The different mindset was, if you took this 4-year-old's toy, he's going to hit you. If you have 27 Waddell and you take his toy or you steal it, keep it. It's materialistic. I'll go buy another one if it's that serious. Leave the used to be's back there. Focus on the person they are now. Look at preachers. Look at teachers. Look at kids. Look at parents. They're not the same people they were then. You think about it. They aren't. They're not the same person. You take a church going man and y'all strip them. Y'all take somebody beautiful and you'll strip her. Sorry. You'll take a hardworking, you'll take a thug who's trying to change his life around. You'll take a thug and he'll walk in church or he'll walk in the store and automatically, and I'm guilty of this too sometimes, you'll think, oh God, we finna get robbed. But he look at you. Okay, maybe you're right in his peripheral vision. He's just looking at you. That don't mean he gonna rob you. Think about it. I don't ever want to be robbed, but I ain't got nothing I like. I don't have nothing I like. Everything here is replaceable. Only if you I'm not gonna say that. I care about my pictures. That's literally the only thing. You can have anything you want, bro. It means nothing to me. Leave the used to be's in the used to be past. Where I was going with this though is, like I said, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person who hurt somebody. I'm gonna tell y'all this and judge me if you want to, but like I said, that 4-year-old Waddy, and I wasn't 4 by the way when I said or did this either. But that's not the person I am now. That's not the person I am now. The person I am now wouldn't say these things that I'm getting ready to tell you. I have wished death on people before, and it has actually come true. First time I did, I was probably, I think 13, 14 or whatever. I didn't know that then. I didn't understand what I know. I didn't know then what I know now. If I did, I wouldn't have said that. And honestly, it was all probably something completely stupid. Anyway, I've done it before. I did it then. I forgot the second time. I really did. I think I forgot the second time. I can't quite remember or whatever. But, and then I know the third time I was mad at this girl and then she went somewhere and I kind of hope. Okay, anyway. Either way, it wasn't her who got hurt, but it was somebody else. But either way, I spoke that. Understand how powerful your words can be. I spoke it, and it came true. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the two that happened that I spoke, I didn't realize I really spoke it till I got older. And I don't know how it just all of a sudden came in my mind. But let me tell you something. It was probably over 15 years ago now. 15 or a few 15 or younger years now, but nevertheless, when it came back in my memory, I felt bad. There are some mistakes and things that I said. That's why I'm telling y'all, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person that I don't want to be the one because you're hurt. I don't want to be the person that because you're hurt, because I said something and it hurts you, and you walk around angry and sad and depressed and in some type of mental thing because I said something. I don't want to be that person. If I have said something, and I did this for Christmas, for Christmas, as you get older, you really don't care for Christmas that much. But typically not. I don't anyway. Because as you get older, Christmas is more so for kids. When I was a kid, I wanted whatever and this and that and this, that, and the third. Then when you're an adult, you can go buy whatever it is you want to because you're an adult. Once you pay your bills, or if you don't pay your bills, you get things done. But typically for Christmas last year, 2024, I had posted something. I posted on every social media ever that I could. And I said, if there was anybody, because the fact that I'm on this Christian journey, which by the way I was told, don't rush it. Don't try to accomplish years worth of work in one day. And typically that is my mistake. I do it a lot. I do. It's kind of my mistake. But I had posted on social media, right? And I had said, if there's anybody, and wherever you are, whether you're from who I used to pass the used to be, if you're from my used to be, if you're from my present, if you're from my future, if wherever you're from, however I know you, however we know each other, I had said, if there's anything, and by the way, that offer still stands to this day. Just because I'm not really a infamous host or whatever, a podcast host, that doesn't mean that you still can't reach out. The point is, I had said, if there's anybody that I have said or done something wrong to or anything like that, because I don't want to hold that, for the rest of it. I don't want to hold that in my heart and walk around la 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 la. I become, better Christian and all that, really humble and everything like that, and I move on to bigger and better things, and then the whole time I hurt you. I don't want to be that person. So I had asked people, if I had said something to you, then let me know. Wherever it's from, however long ago it is, and this still stands too, however long it is. Even if we're cool now, if I said something to you, I want you to tell me that so I can take accountability. That big word we don't like to take, accountability, I want to take that. Give me accountability so I can accountabilize myself into fixing it and making it right with you. Even if we don't hang out no more, even if you still want to know the used to be, at least it'll make me feel better if I can fix it with you. And I know it takes time. Some people, they won't exactly come out and say it, but you can tell me, you can say it, or whatever. But like I said, I don't want to be that person. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, however you can, I don't want to be that person. And I hope you won't allow me to be that person. I pray, I repent, and I say I'm sorry more so now. Back then, I said something to you. Screw you. Like, bro, no, I didn't care. Yeah, but nevertheless, though, if I said it, let me know. I hope you all really got something out of this lesson today. Out of this show today. This was, as I said, this one is kind of more of a serious thing. But I didn't even take notes. Like, I told y'all I kind of write things down, jot little plots and things. I didn't even take notes. I didn't want to. I said, I got this one. I know how exactly I'm going to do it. Let alone, it came out better than what I had thought and imagined it to be. But nevertheless, though, I don't want to be that person. I want you to tell yourself that, too. Look in the mirror next time you look in the mirror and tell yourself, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that dude. I don't want to be that girl. Whatever you identify as, you don't want to be that person. Okay? You don't. And the only reason I said that because I don't want to be like, hey, he, she. Anyway, that's what I believe in. Anyway, I don't want to be that person. So, I hope, look yourself in the mirror. Look at your world. Take time to meditate on yourself. Like, why is this not working out for me? What have I done wrong? Because some things that you want won't happen because you need to do some work within yourself. You need to do some work within yourself and you need to work on yourself. And working on yourself is not it's not a 1 day, 1 hour, 1 second, 1 month thing. It can take time, it can take months and months and it can build up or whatever. Sometimes you don't have to necessarily go out to everybody and be like, hey, I'm sorry, or whatever. Start with prayer, start with change, start with who you have around in your environment. Like I told y'all, some of them spirits can happen. Some of them spirits can hinder you, can mess you up. And you don't realize it because, I love that person. Oh, he's my best friend. He's been my best friend since kindergarten. Okay, he might have a bad spirit too. So, just saying, she might have a bad spirit or whatever. You know a bad person. You guys are adults. And if you're one of them kids who also watch my show, you'll grow and eventually, but too. You know a bad person when you see one. You know good and bad when you see one. And I don't mean necessarily they're a bad person. I just mean when somebody is, you like, okay, let me distance myself because I don't want to be around that because my mindset is somewhere else while theirs is wherever it is, probably on the used to be, still in the used to be, in the past. Nevertheless, though, I don't want to be that person. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyway, I'm going to thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of the Waddy Talk. Be sure to check me out next week whenever I discuss the next topic. Follow me on Instagram and the Waddy Talk Instagram at Waddell Richardson, and the podcast Instagram is at the Waddy Talk Podcast. That's a long name, and eventually I'm gonna just start putting it at the bottom, and you guys will see it there. Follow me on Twitch. Still working on Twitch. When I get there, TikTok is back. You can follow me on TikTok. Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, all the same thing. At Waddell Richardson, all the same handle. If you're a LinkedIn type of person and you want to connect, you can do that too. on Instagram, or you can do it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my name, Waddell Richardson. And that. Yeah, guys, I hope you really did take something consideration in this lesson or whatever. But it was a good one. And you know, I actually now go back and watch my own show because I done got used to hearing my own voice and everything like that. So, you know, things like that, it happens. So thank you for tuning into the show. I'm glad you guys do. More content is coming your way, I promise. Just give me time. Let it warm up. I have no control over the weather or different things. So, but I do have some things, guys. As I said, Waddidit Vlogs, it will be in production soon. Probably, I think, if I have it right, probably like the first week of March, maybe the second week. Maybe after this episode airs. I know it's after this episode airs, but at some point in time. So, stay tuned. Cooking with Waddy, again, grocery shopping, everything like that. But I haven't quit, no. I haven't quit. You know, I've been working on some other things too. So there's a lot I have going on. Just so much, like, everything's starting to collide and clash and everything. So we're going to get there. But until next week, guys, I don't want to be that person. I hope and pray that you don't be that person. Anybody out there that you know that you hurt or something, make it right, yo. Look at the world and everything that we're going through. It's not good. It's not good. Like, I don't want to be that person. I want to live my life peacefully, do better in life. I want people to come to me and go, "You're a good job." And I don't want the recognition or anything like that. But the fact is, when I'm on them low days, or just one of them random days I'm having a tough day, somebody tells me that, you know, that makes me feel good, and that makes me better. You know, that type. So anyway, until next week, guys. Thank you for listening, watching, continue. Thanks to everybody on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and anywhere else you watch this show. Twitch, which isn't available, but hey, and anything like that. So continue, and I will catch you guys next week on the Waddy Talk Podcast.
I was making racks, I was counting stacks. Every day I would try to figure out what last. I was always think about your whole damn past. Wondering she think about that same nigga that would make it crash. You a goof, I in this whole spoof. Never understand how them and them got in this whole loop. That's if you said we forever, is that the real truth?